Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. This is Marta's Magical Mystery Class. This is our third video on editing your manuscript. The first few months of the channel we spent with me kind of keeping you all company and talking about literary terms as you worked your way through drafting your first novel. For this set of videos on the channel, I am walking you through the process of editing that first manuscript. My co-host today, this is Aerostar, is gonna give himself a little cat bath while we talk, and so he asked that we shoot from a little lower angle. This is more comfortable for him. So while you admire his thoroughness and hygiene, let me talk to you a little bit about what comes next in terms of editing your manuscript. If you've been following along, if you've watched the other videos, then you know that at this point, hopefully you have done a thorough reading of your own manuscript without judgment, without criticism, but hopefully you have asked some questions in the margins. Hopefully you have made some notes on things that you are curious about. We talked about the value of curiosity over judgment in the editing process. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do, hopefully as you've worked your way through the novel, you have kept that spreadsheet up to date of all the different scenes in the novel and all the different chapters in the novel. If you have not caught up the spreadsheet, now is the time to do that. You want to make sure that you have all of your chapters and scenes accounted for, because the next editing step is to make sure it's all there. You're not necessarily cutting anything at this point, but I want you to go back through. You may not be reading quite as carefully as you did on the first pass, but what you're looking for is, do you have everything in the book that you need to cover? Are there scenes you need to add? Is there anything missing? You're not looking to economize and figure out what you can let go of yet. Right now you're looking to drop in anything that might be missing. Likelihood is you're going to find some gaps. Likelihood is if you didn't think of things before the read-through, you might have thought of some things during the read-through, even if it's just a little what if in your head. Ooh, what if I could show that happening? If you have an event that's simply referred to but not dramatized, sometimes those scenes are going to end up being your fan favorites, and sometimes they'll end up being your own favorites. So this is the pass where you go through and you make sure you have as much material as you're going to need. The other thing I want you to look for as you're going through on this pass is to check out the point of view of each scene. Is the point of view where you want it to be in each scene, or do we need to get a given scene from a different point of view? If you've been using that first person point of view, the I voice, particularly if you've been switching that around, maybe there are things that we need to see from a different character, from within a different character. Even if you're using a third person voice, how much that third person, which would use all the character names equally without privileging any one character as your narrator. Rather, you as the author are kind of presumed to be the narrator of the book. Is there anything we maybe need to see from a slightly different perspective? Okay, that's all part of deciding whether or not you have everything all there. So that's your task for the next couple of weeks. Aerostar and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.